I should have had that run, by the way, guys. Once you're past shadows, the run is free, and I fucked it up because of that. I just didn't expect the lag to happen right there, that little tiny bit. So I'll just wait for the rifle guy to shoot like the slower route does, extra 30 seconds or whatever, 10 seconds. What's the difference? Oh, it's the same thing. It's just streamed, so you get, you got to see if it's good enough. Basically, we're testing the service to see if it's good enough to get a no-hit run while being streamed, All right, but yeah, sorry about that hit, guys. I just didn't expect that weird little thing to happen. It was just weird. Like, he didn't have his rifle up, and I came around the corner to kill him, and all of a sudden his rifle was just aimed at my face. Like, it didn't show the nice slow animation. It was just like thump. To learn your moves. It was, I don't know, I think it just lagged a little bit. I probably skipped like a frame or something, so like, or a frame or two, so I didn't see it wind up. But yeah, I agree though with the stuff about DS3 being way more RPG based. I think that's part of why I prefer this game as well though, because like I'm not as into those types of games. Now I love the combat and gameplay, but I like what's like, well, when I'd say like what would be considered advanced simplicity. So there's like complex mechanics behind like a more simple way to progress or use the game, and that's that same thing with like open world games. I'm not into like open worlds where a bunch of decisions like change the outcomes and stuff like that, Get good, but yeah. Yes, here's one more thing if I want. Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. So like for example, like I don't like the Fallout games or like Witcher. I think is an atrocious game, but that's because I thought the combat was like horrendous. But I like open world stuff like Jak and Daxter, the Spider-Man 2018, Horizon Zero Dawn, like that stuff. It's open but linear. You know what I mean? Like that's like my style. The wet nurse poison didn't take too long. What I really want, though, what I've been waiting for years, they announced it a while back, and then it just disappeared. Open worlds are rubbish. Nice. There's a... This is still on the thing, right? Yeah, okay. That's how you know you're still on the stream right there, Boop, because it shows the... And it says, like, play download version is still an option, so obviously I'm still in the streaming version. How bloated? Yeah, I feel like they do a lot of side quests for the sake of side quests, and a lot of times the side quests are freaking horrendous, dude. Like, just trash out side quests. Looking to poison gems? Why would you want poison gems for your bowblade run? You like, keep in mind, most of the enemies along that route are not very effective with poison. Like, you're going to have to hit the shit out of them. Or are you gonna switch back and forth? Is that what you mean? Like, you're gonna switch as necessary between bosses or something, bud? Like, just don't go in there with poison thinking that's gonna be like your end all like for all bosses or something, dude. Because that's not like you're gonna be hitting them bosses like hundreds of times, dude. Because like Nurse, for example, she has a double character model glitch. So with her, it procs twice, you know what I mean? So that being said, like, you can't really utilize that the same way other bosses, you know? I can roll on Rom before the teleport. You can roll on Rom before the teleport. Well, yeah, you could do that. But that takes like forever. Now that keep in mind that's not gonna change when she teleports though. Oh, you mean like slow poison? You're gonna slow poison roll on Rom before she teleports. Yeah, it's gonna take like freaking 30 rolls, dude. Oh, dude, I saw that on Twitter, man. GG, bud. That's freaking sick, man. You're gonna slow poison roll Rom before she teleports. Yeah, that's freaking nuts, dude. That's an insane run, dude. I was looking at that shit. That's crazy. Lefty, dude, you crack me up, bro. Like that's. You're gonna have to show me this shit just for memes, though. You know you're gonna have to show me this shit, dude. Oh man, you're goofy, bro. With arrows? Oh, do they not work with arrows? I never tested it, Distraction, man. I never tested it. Do it all bosses now? Oh my god, dude. That sounds ridiculous, man. Oh, you're hoping. Which enemies did you want to work and use it on? Just Nurse and Miko, I guess? Because that's like the only things I think in that run that would be viable. Well, I think the other issue is even if it did work with the Bowblade, isn't that too slow to even proc? Because like you have to like hit shit hard, like quick to get a proc usually. Really mostly Miko? Gotcha. Doesn't the regular charge shot do a ton of damage on him, or no? Is he still pretty tanky? I haven't messed with the Bowblade too much. Like I'm still gonna do that run eventually, but usually if anybody else is messing with the run, I don't mess with it for a while until they're done doing what they want to do. Not the biggest on it, yeah. I think me and Ian have like basically very similar opinions on DS3. That sucks that it doesn't proc that way, man. Because I was gonna make a modded minigun with. Well, I'll have to test it and see how it happens in a sidearm. But if it doesn't work with that, it probably doesn't work with a sidearm either. But I was gonna make a modded minigun with rapid poison and see if it procs. You know what I mean? Two-shot the big shadow of Yharnam. Two-shot? How many levels did you have? Holy hell, dude. What are you... Went to 45. You can two-shot the shadow of Yharnam with 45 and a cane? Oh, shit. What am I doing? I freaking didn't... Hang on. I'm over here not paying attention to what's going on. Dude, I'm so used to not having damage off. What the hell? Now I gotta get a parry. That wasn't a parry. That wasn't a parry either. That's a parry. Okay. Oh, you got that gem too. Okay, gotcha. I gotcha. Yeah, I never got that gem for leveled because it was just like you already had good damage. I got it for BL4 though. When I did BL4 cane no hit.
The sweet blood. Oh, it sings to me. It's enough to make a
This damage is gonna be all kinds of borked, by the way, since I missed that one thing. I think I made up for most of it though. Should be fine. Yeah, it'll be fine. Never mind. I'm crazy. It's a BL10, not a BL4, so I'm not worried. Freaking laggy right there, dude. What the hell? Now I kind of wonder what it'd be like to play this shit on a standard PS4 again with like not an SSD. I feel like it would feel like fucking potato. Yeah, the trick form for some reason gets an extra like 10%, but nobody knows why. It doesn't make any logical sense. It's just it just does. I have no idea why. Oh, you have to edit the codes itself in a save file editor. You just have like hundreds of each character has like 100,000 lines of freaking hexadecimal code, and like you have to find out where the stuff is you're trying to edit and edit it. Yeah, BL4 no hit's been done. I've done BL4 NG plus 6 no hit any percent. I've done BL4 NG plus 6 no roll, no quick step, no hunter's dream, no hit any percent actually. It's very, very doable. If I like the additional stuff as much, like I do love the stuff, but like it gets to the point where even with a BL4 plus 10 weapon, like you start melting stuff past any percent. You know what I mean? Like you kill Amygdala in like a couple hits, you like kill Celestial in a couple hits, like Ebritus you pretty much destroy after a setup, and even that's like one of the only legit fights. So basically it's like in Logarius you freaking destroy too, even BL4. So Ebritus I'd say is one of the more fights. But there's a newer strat that pretty much just melts her too. So all it is basically any percent procurement and moon presence and then DLC. So like I just didn't have the desire to really mess with that. You know what I mean? I don't need that, right? I don't know. Well, I usually get one other one I didn't get this time, so maybe I did. Nah, who cares? Yeah, you have to add it on PC, yep. Like when we did the BL negative 35 no hit, I had to edit it that way. Yeah, it's not that like it's not that terrible, like depending. Like with a good gem setup, you know, you're like if you have like 322.3s by the end, like you'd have to farm those specifically, but no weapon all boss speed run. You can't kill Amelia BL4 without a weapon. Well, I mean, if you're doing fists anyway. 0-0 made a base new game. Nice. So now I'm curious why my NG plus 40s has 7. Like, did they skip a number? We'll have to see. If we go through the cycles, Ghost, we got to look at that number every cycle and see like what the hell happens. Because I want to know if they skip a number or if somehow there's like some kind of actual 7th level of or 8th level of difficulty somewhere that's like random that pops up after so many cycles, because that would be like weird as hell. But yeah, like you can do 344 or something like that. No, it's I think it's 344 with AR with a 322.3s, and there's been a common discussion about there being a jump at one point in the NG spell. Oh, really? I didn't know that. So in the save files, they just skip a random number? I wonder why they would do that. That's kind of strange. Like, I wonder what the justification would be. But yeah. Well, technically you can kill Amelia BL4 with fists only, but you have to have unlimited numbing miss. So I take that back. If you mod it to have unlimited numbing miss, you can do so. But for a non-modded run, you can't. Did I get the gem yet? Yo, did I just time out? Did I just sell the gem? Oh no, did I crush it and just put it over here? Okay, I thought I sold it. Hardcore error typo? Yeah, it could be. I mean, they had to either skip one or there's an additional cycle that's not mentioned because, like I said, my BL4, my highest NG for BL4, it's like on BL4 NG like 40 or 45 or something like that. And in the coding, it says 7th cycle, which obviously there is only 7 difficulties in Bloodborne. But if they started at 0-0, that would imply 8. So they must have skipped one. You know what I mean? If you have God tier RNG, maybe, but nobody's tested it thoroughly enough at that point to find out. But we've had some of the best challenge runners in the world try for like extended periods of time and not be able to succeed. Because the damage, you're doing like 4 damage a hit or 3 damage a hit or something. And if she heals a full heal cycle, she'll go from like, you know, she can go from like 5% health to 40% health. You know what I mean? And she has 4,000 plus health on base NG. So you're talking about, you know what I mean, a chunk of that, you know, over 1,000 health healed back, and you're doing 3 damage a hit. And she can heal whenever she wants once she's below that point, so like you just don't get anywhere. Yeah, it might be like that, 023. That would make sense. Yeah, I'm assuming it's a labeling error. So what happens if we try to type in 1 then? For that, will it freak out? Like, will it just like be unrecognized? I tried making it higher by manually making it 9, and it did stay on 9. Like it went to 9, but it won't go above 7 on its own. So I was hoping it would do something. I killed the first like 3 or 4 enemies in the game, and it felt exactly the same. So I was like, oh, what the hell? So like it didn't do anything that I was aware of. The echo payout was the same, and the enemies died in basically the same damage. What it looked like. I didn't test a boss. I guess I could test a boss and see if maybe the, because you need like a more substantial health bar to get a more accurate test versus like a regular enemy. You know what I mean? But yeah, I didn't see like a, you know. Something substantially higher. I don't think it let me put in anything above into double digits. I think I tried that. I think I tried and it like just reverted back to 7. Like it would just not let me override into double digits. There's a few instances like that in the code. If you try to go outside of a certain level of digits, it just like doesn't change. Like when you hit update, it'll stay updated until you load the game in, then it just reverts back, corrects itself automatically. Oh, let's say label? Yeah. Yeah, like a loop, basically, yeah. So it just, like, doesn't let you correct past a certain point. But, I mean, 9 did stay. Just, I didn't, I mean, like I said, I didn't test it on a boss, but I didn't notice anything at all. As far as I killed, like, all the enemies at the beginning of Central Yarn. I'm like, right? Like, the first, like, 3 enemies at the bottom and then a couple enemies up top, and I didn't notice anything. I wish there was a way I could remove Amelia's healing. That'd be kind of cool. Because that's a design flaw for sure, you know what I mean? But healing shit is stupid. Healing's okay if it's 100% guaranteed cancelable based on some sort of strategy or skill. But, like, otherwise, it's not okay. If you just gotta deal with it, like, that's not okay. It shouldn't require a certain amount of damage to cancel. It shouldn't require anything but, like, you know. Even down a miss. Yeah, but it's not enough. It's not enough. Like, there's definitely design flaws throughout the series in certain things, you know? Like 4 Kings, that's a design flaw. If you don't have proper damage, then you just get fucked. You know what I mean? Like, there's not a, you just get fucked. You can limit damage substantially, but you can't limit it forever. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't work out. Even Shadow. Shadow's my favorite boss in this entire game. And, the snake summon's a design flaw. 100%. You know what I mean? 100%. As DPS, yeah, exactly. And DPS checks are kind of a bad move for, like, the goal of what Souls is. The pure skill-based progression, non-level required, you know what I mean, means. Like, I don't want that on there yet. You know, the DPS checks are against that, you know. Amygdala's a good boss. Amygdala's cool. Nothing wrong with liking that boss. That's a solid boss. A lot of no-roll stuff going on there. A lot of different attack patterns. Big, goofy boss. A lot of different limb breaks that you can use or not use. You know, various approaches from the jump bait or the frontal fight, you know. Ugh. But yeah, like Shadows is a design flaw with that to the extent that, if your weapon's not fast enough, you can't loop them in long enough. But the other issue is, like, if your damage is low enough, and that Shadow is hopping around like that, the one at the end, is gangbangs, not hard ones, but 5 that are gangbangs. What do you mean? So witches, I guess, would be 1. I like Rom. If you're talking about Rom, I think Rom's a good boss. Shadow's my favorite boss in the game. I think it's the best multi-boss in the entire series. Oh, I'm lagging. What the hell? Yeah, Emissary is not great. Emissary is not a good boss. I don't agree. Like, Emissary is just kind of whatever. And then failures, I guess. I'm not the biggest failures. Witches, Shadows, Rom. See, I think Shadows is a basically perfect boss. Outside of the snake summon thing, which if you have like even the minimalist of damage, you can stop it. Like Shadows is a pure skill-based fight, like 100%. Like you can have like extremely low damage on extremely high NG, and you can do no roll, no quick step, no sprint, no parry, and you can beat that. You know what I mean? After that, Lizzie, really? I think it's fantastic, dude. It's like pure skill. Like if you have the skill, like you don't get hit. You know what I mean? That's what I like about that boss. Really, is if you have the skill, you just don't get hit. DST is nothing but Gang Squad. But Shadows is probably my favorite boss in the entire series. Honestly. Because the skill ceiling for Shadows is astronomically high. Spam it to you? You can stop him from spamming if you get close to the Shadow. He won't like. I mean, he can do it sometimes, but in general, it won't happen. But you can strafe them all and walk around. You know what I mean? Like you can go up and aggro different things. There's a lot of AI manipulation you can do in Shadows. But granted, I have like probably 250 or 60 hours of practice on Shadows too. That's all I had to do, right? I think. Oh, I got it. Don't have any. Oh. We don't look at tier 1 players. Everything doesn't look bad. Yeah, I guess that's understandable. I agree with that. I'm okay with the boss if it's pure skill, if it requires me to get good. Like, I'm not too upset by it if it's just a pain in the ass. But I think Shadows, like, with general levels, they have a low amount of health. If you have a lot of levels. Until you get, like, max NG. Then they have a shit ton of health. Then they get... If you're not good at Shadows on max NG, like, they're kind of ridiculous. I'll agree with you. They're kind of ridiculous. Because you're talking about a health pool of, like, 35,000 or something stupid. 36,000. Not necessarily great design. For me, it's like almost perfect design. If the snake summon wasn't at the end, that would be for me a perfect boss, like 100%, like the best boss you could create, pretty much. Pop him with the gun. Now it's not consistent though. It depends on how fast his animation is, and it depends on how far away he is. If he's more than so far away, even if you pop him with a gun, if he gets more than like halfway bent over, the summon goes on anyways. It doesn't even cancel. I think my second favorite boss in this game is probably Ludwig. You know what I mean? Like, Ludwig is fantastic. Yeah, that's my issue. The final phase is that, and like, okay, so the shadow that you can loop bait or whatever, you can only do that with one shadow to guarantee like no snake summons. The other shadows you can't use that like loop strat with. So you can theoretically like perma cancel it, but the issue is it's a DPS check again. So they give you an option to perma cancel it, right? But the issue is if you have a weapon that eats a lot of stamina or you have insanely low damage, even if you use the loop on him at the end, you will run out of stamina from consecutive hits before he's dead. You know what I mean? And if you have a weapon that's slow, you can't stay close enough to him after each hit when you're out of stamina. You can't, like, because he'll hop away. So then he will snake summon, and like you're just dicked. But that was the problem I had with the Logarius wheel, because the cleaver you can, if you like stay on a management, you can regen the stamina almost infinitely. Yeah, Ludwig's fantastic, dude. But yeah, you can regen almost infinitely. But and then if you do run out, like you can walk forward to the shadow pretty easily to keep up. But like with the wheel, you're stuck there. So if you run out and then he hops away, you can't move forward enough, and you're screwed. Oh yeah, for sure, dude. For sure, man. I've got to improve on Final Phase still though, because like the strat I use is is good for like a nice loop, but it's not effective if the fight's gonna go on for a really long time. So I want to improve and use the newer like bait strat. The wheel moveset. The wheel used like an arcane buff, but I wasn't using it for the wheel run. I was primarily going with physical, because the arcane buff was just goofy. That's pretty much it. Well, it has a pretty massive buff. Like, it has a quad stack if you spam the transform. Every time it transforms, it, like, multiplies damage. But it melts your health. But if you have, like, a beastly amount of arcane and good arcane gems and shit like that, like, the damage gets really high for the wheel like that. And, yeah, you can, like, destroy some shit. Like, no joke, man. But for our NG plus no hit rules, like, I couldn't get the gems that would even make that a viable option. So, you know what I mean? It wasn't really. So we just went physical. Damn it, dude. Stop doing that attack, you freaking dickhead. Thank you. Yeah, like, yeah, it multiplies damage. It's like like each time it ends up being like 4 times damage or something stupid, or it's something goofy. It's like a certain multiplier per roll until it, so it's not going to do like the first multiplier time, the second multiplier time, the third, but it's a multiple bump of base damage each roll, and that multiple goes up. You know what I mean? So like it ends up being like a lot of damage. I don't know, it's something stupid. I didn't look at it in detail, but if you have arcane gems and arcane level, it's a lot of damage. Thank you for the GG. So like it's slow as hell, but you can hit something really hard, and they're probably going to get knocked down. So like you're going to hit them hard and knock them down, you know? But that's what that buff is, like when you spin it and it just keeps going woo, woo, woo. Yeah, the multiplier is really cool, dude. But you got to have like some monster arcane, and you want to get some like arcane gems, which would be dungeon specific, you know what I mean? Oh, have I even split yet at all for this run? Okay, I have. There we go. All right. But yeah, some people use like really crazy arcane builds in even like PvP settings with a wheel. And that thing is like a truck, dude. Like you get freaking obliterated. Tonitrus. Tonitrus is cool. Dude, the Tonitrus' buff is like surprisingly OP. Like that's a massive buff. If you look at the Tonitrus, like BL10 with the cleaver, and then like Tonitrus, and use that buff, like the damage, you're pushing like 250 or something with like a +0 Tonitrus buffed. Is like a BL10. You know what I mean? Like that's pretty ridiculous, dude. Beast Cut is your favorite? Nice. Fall in love with immediately? Yeah, that's nasty, dude. Like, for example, if you look at one of the runs I did a weapon relay run, which I call the weapon swap, I think, because like there was before people were doing weapon relay runs. There wasn't really a concept. So like when I made it up, I just called it weapon swap, and that was I made the rules or whatever, and then you know had been talking about doing it a little bit, did some testing, and then like somebody else started doing it for like DS3, and then it was called weapon relay kind of by the community. So then we transitioned to that name. But anyway, on Reborn I used the Tonitrus. And I couldn't level up each weapon a lot because you only have so many materials, you know what I mean? And I picked the Tonitrus because of its built-in buff, and because I have a really good one Reborn combo with it. And I did a full 1 cycle stagger lock with a +2 Tonitrus. on Reborn. Like, legit, that thing is beastly, dude. It breaks quick, but man, does it dish out some damage. Like, holy hell. You get the full pellet going with the lightning buff going, dude. It freaking just obliterates things. Didn't even learn about Reborn your first time? Yeah, that thing's nasty, dude. Burial Blade. The church pick has serrated damage? I never even paid attention. I'm pretty adjusted to this. Whatchamacallit now? So like it doesn't feel as weird now. It feels pretty normal. Like I feel like I'm just playing on the PS4 almost. Outside of certain things, like, you know, when Gascoigne transformed or like little things like that, then you're like, okay, you know, but. Oh, serrated and I'm assuming thrust? Is that what? No, well, the spear has serrated and thrust. What's the other form for that thing? Got serration? Only from testing, really. You know what I mean? You'd have to find out what an enemy's resistance is, basically, and then look at your AR, and then hit them with like an R1 based on your AR in like standard form, and then kind of compare if your damage gets multiplied out. Yeah, serrated bonus for viscerals applies to beasts. It doesn't apply to regular enemies, but it applies to beasts. However, the Tonitrus, or not the Tonitrus, the Cane in whip form gets a bonus on top of the serrated bonus for viscerals, which I have no idea why or what the hell that's all about, but yeah. From zombies, I have no idea. They just like to mess with us, I think, honestly. Just to piss us off. I have no clue. A half-formed idea? Probably. Honestly, that's the best answer. It's probably like some harebrained idea. Like, you know, let's make this serrated thing tear into beasts more. And then, like, at the end, like, yeah, fuck it. Put a multiplier in there. 20%. You know what I mean? They're like, all right. And then, like, that was it. But there's a lot of weird things in the games that they don't talk about, like rapid poison rolls. That's not in the game. They don't tell you about that shit anywhere. Nowhere in the game does it say, hey, if you have rapid poison gems in your weapon and you dodge roll into an enemy, you build up rapid poison. You know what I mean? Like, nowhere does it tell you that. Or you can slow poison an enemy by dodging into them. It's like, it's some shit that you just find out. And you're like, oh, that's cool. You know? But dodging is quick and the poison is quick, right? Except for proccing it is slow. It's slow as well if the enemy's resistant. Jesus. On Amelia, like, even if you're being aggressive, like the little bit of downtime you have, it takes like 30 rolls or so to proc a freaking one ping of rapid poison. Pain in the ass. What the hell is righteous damage? Oh, only works on enemies with cane horse? I don't even think I've ever messed with that, dude. It's like serrated. Just for other enemies? Oh, I see. Oh, okay, gotcha, yeah. But which weapon does that, though? I don't even remember. Oh my god! Dude, he was trucking, bro. He was all peaceful in the corner, hanging out. Like, I'm not doing anything. And as soon as I touched the molly button, he was like, I'm gonna get you. I'm coming, man. I got you now, buddy. Third type of enemy. Well, there's lots of different enemy types in the game. But then there's like subcategories as well, which is kind of weird. You know? And then there's even categories that aren't really one category, but they count as a category. Like Rom, for example, like you have kin down, it counts as against Rom or kin up. Like her damage is based on a kin factor, but she's not kin. Like they specify she's not kin, but her damage applies like kin. Like it's like they were gonna make her something unique, and then they just didn't. So like, ah, screw it. Like they're just like, ah, whatever. Like, what was going on is they had a lot of stuff they were doing for innovation, probably, and then, like, a lot of ideas just couldn't get fully fleshed out at the end. They're like, okay, just plug everything in at the end, and we're going to wrap it up. You know? Not all beasts are affected by serrated. Trying to think of which ones aren't. Most of them are. Like, everyone I can think of is. Like, all the beast bosses. Even Gascoigne, when he goes into beast form, counts as serrated. The little beast man. Oh, no, they get bonus. They get bonus on serrated. Because if you do a visceral... Last time I tested anyway. If you do a visceral with a straight blade cleaver on a little beastman, and then do a visceral with a serrated cleaver on the beastman, you get more damage. As far as I remember. I'll have to test it again now that you said it, though. Hetty's werewolves? Really? Interesting. Is the wheel good? I think the wheel is fun. That's what I'll say about the wheel. I think the wheel is fun. Do I think it's a good weapon? No, but it's a fun weapon. That's like all I can... That's as far as I can go. I don't know what else to say about the wheel. That's about it. Tried unarmed, tricked, and untricked cleaver. Couldn't see a bonus on them. Interesting. Wait, you tried unarmed and you didn't have a difference in number? That doesn't make any sense. Because, like, gems increase... Unless you had no gems in your cleaver, I guess. Because gems increase visceral damage. Like, physical gems. Oh, you got gems. Okay, then I guess that makes sense. Never mind, then. Don't mind me. Oh, dude, I did Amelia with the wrong armor set on. Cost myself some damage. That's why I had to get one extra hit at the end. I was wondering what's going on there. Like the parasite? Yeah, like the parasite. Cause parasite is a piece of shit, but it's fun. Yeah. Pretty good if used correctly. Not really. I mean, it's fine for like PvP because people don't have astronomical health. But the damage output of the parasite is really bad. Like compared to everything else, it's really bad. Because I was going to do like an NG plus no hit run with the cause parasite. And, yeah, like on a comparative level, it's just not high. But PvP, people max out like 1900 HP with like 99 bit. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to worry about going past that. But like even the Mensis pigs in base NG have like 3,000 or 4,000 HP or something. You know what I mean? So like you can't even kill them effectively. Oh, what am I doing? I messed up. Shit. I'm gonna get shot like a dumbass. Leveling skill. This is a point where it doesn't really do it. There is the soft and hard cap, like, so it doesn't do a ton after that. But character level matters as well, though. You know what I mean? So, for example, like I said, the tiers of 15. So at level 15, your visceral damage goes up. At level 30, your visceral damage goes up. It's flat visceral damage bonus. Doesn't matter what you leveled. It could be anything. So that flat amount is then multiplied by your skill stat multiplier. Which, so like, say you level skill up, it's going to be like 1.01, 1.02, 1.03. So you need the combination of both. So obviously you're going to have a decent flat damage amount of visceral anyways from being in character level 60. And then obviously it will multiply a huge amount more depending on what those levels consisted of. So like what are you leveling, I guess is the question. A stopping point to the flat, but I think it's around 100 or so, but it changes in tiers. So it goes like 15, 30, 45, 60, and then I think it goes 80, 100. It might even go above that. I have to look. It's been a while since I looked at the exact details. But yeah, I know it changes from levels of 15 to then 20 at like level 60. Yeah, if you can post a link, go ahead, bud. But yeah, like, because I didn't know where it stopped, yeah. Yeah, that's the same link I use right there, actually. That is indeed the same link I use. But yeah, I noticed it because, oh shit, I messed that up. When I was doing my Hunter's Torch no-hit run, my visceral damage was enough when I hit level 45 to barehand backstab and visceral kill the executioners barehanded, you know what I mean? And before that, I wasn't even in the ballpark, you know what I mean? So it was a big jump at level 45. BL 200, gotcha. Is it by 20s up to 200, or does it get to a bigger gap again? Yeah, that's the only one I've seen that's actually pretty accurate for viscerals. Because most people, I've gotten arguments with people that try to tell me that, like, skill is the only thing that increases the visceral damage. I'm like, that's not even remotely accurate. That's not true. That's a misconception, you know? That's not true, sir. You gotta, you know, they multiply against each other, and skill is the multiplier, and then character level is the base damage or flat damage, you know what I mean? You know. Oh, the last range is 160 to 199? 20s? Oh, 20s until 160. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. All right. The earlier tiers have 30 to 45 for 2 tiers. What do you mean? Oh, well, I think it's just because they wanted to space out the bonuses as if it was a soft cap. You know what I mean? That's why, because, like, you know, every 15 levels you get the bonus. But now, like, okay, we want to make it so it's a soft cap, so now it takes more levels to get an additional bonus. You know what I mean? No, 40 doesn't have a jump. It's 15, 30, 45. You know. Oh, you get one at 15. What the hell? Oh, you get one at 15 also, unless that's not on the list. But I know you get one at 15. So if it's not on the list, it should be. But yeah, it's 15, 30, 45, and then 60, 80, whatever. But yeah, for example, like if I'm doing like a barehanded opening run, if I get to character level 15 before Gascoigne, I can kill him barehanded with mollies the exact same way I would with the saw cleaver. Because it makes up for the difference in damage. Just from the visceral bonus. Yeah, it is kind of, I mean, there's no, like, justification as far as why they pick those points. It just kind of is. Yeah, I agree with that. But yeah, the way I figured it is like, okay, so level 60 is the soft cap, and then level, you know, whatever, 160 or whatever it was is like the hard cap, and then like after that, like you just get that 199 one little bonus, and then it's like you're done. But obviously, if all those like levels or a lot of those levels are in skill, you're gonna be pretty beastly. That's why if like strength and skill are at 99, you just have some nasty viscerals. And you want to have some good gems too. Okay, keep that in mind, Lefty. Like physical up gems increase visceral damage. People used to try to say like in the past, like, probably about a year and a half ago, the whole thing was everybody was saying that like whatchamacallit, thrust damage up gems were the only ones that increase visceral, which was like super wrong and very easy to determine, you know? I did torch no hit a long time ago, Lefty. It wasn't torch only, but it was torch. Torch and Hunter's torch. Thrust gems? Thrust gems will increase, like, but in general, but physical gems of any kind. Like, well, basically the way it's determined is, whatchamacallit is thrust damage. Wow, it's lagging. Holy shit, dude. Okay, we went in slow motion for a second there. I must have been doing too much too fast. If you get optimal Fool's gems, it'll triple your visceral damage. How's it triple? Really? Is that a glitch or something? Or like a bug? Just auto multipliers. Well, yeah, but optimal Fool's gems are 34% each. And like, they're, well, 34.4. And they stack together, but that doesn't give you triple. What's better is the multipliers is better on the physical up plus Fools up, actually, because then you have double multipliers. But it doesn't triple. I'm not sure. Like, I've never had a triple, but even with Perfect Poor Man's gems, I don't think I've had a triple. But if you get yeah, Perfect Fool's gem is 34% or something. But if you get physical up plus Fools up, it's like 20. It's like 20 plus 12 or something, which is less than the 34 technically. But the way that it works, like in the math, you end up with more, which is kind of cool. And you keep your damage, like if you get hit, at least 20. It's like 20.2 plus 12. So like when it multiplies, it goes like so like each gem would be like this. One gem, two gem. So it's like that, you know what I mean? It's like you get 6 levels of multiplication instead of just the 3. And that's why, like, Perfect Poor Man gems are freaking broken as hell, because Perfect Poor Man gems are freaking 27 plus 12.2. So you have each gem is freaking, you know, 1.27 times 1.12. Yeah, 27 plus 12. So it's like they end up being like 41% each with a double multiplier, you know? 2.5. Yeah, 2.5's up there, but like triple would be nuts. I mean, you can do like 30,000 damage viscerals in this game though, which is pretty broken. Yeah, you have to do them in one run. Like, that'd be on the same character. It doesn't have to be in the same NG cycle, but they have to be on the same character. Does that make sense? Actually, maybe the Perfect Poor Man's do triple. It's pretty broken. Maybe it does. But yeah, even BL4, you get how broken this is, Distraction, man. BL4, if you have Perfect Poor Man gems, your AR is 544 without buffs. And if you get pellet going and stuff, you can do like a 4,000 or 5,000 damage visceral attack with a BL4, dude. That means if you have full pellet, you can do a visceral attack that will kill base NG Amelia. A visceral attack that will insta-kill base NG Amelia. Tell me that doesn't blow your mind, dude. Like, tell me that's not just that's not like absolute nonsense. Like, granted, if you get hit, you're gonna die, but like, still, you know what I mean? To farm poor man, it's a pain in the ass, yeah, to farm them. It took me a while to get a perfect set. I don't need any of this stuff, but I'm just selling it to sell it. Like, I'll just use the echoes after ROM. For low health, gotcha. Did you, so you got like what, semi-perfect or something? Because like the actual perfect Fools gem, that's what's also nice about the one that's physical up plus Fools up. They're easier to get, dude. And they're better. The perfect Fools, dude, because if you get bumped with perfect Fools, you lose all your damage because it's only a full. And the perfect ones, like they drop from like FRC Watchers, and it's their rarest like drop, you know what I mean? Got lazy? Yeah. Well, the 34 one, like you have to farm Watchers like 1,000 times to get like one, if you're lucky. Like they're legit just dumb. I have one that's like a 33% or something, or it might even be like a 34, I don't know, but it's like, it's not quite perfect. And what's goofy is I got it on accident, dude. Everybody's like farming the shit out to get like these things, like to get like even like remotely perfect ones with like upwards of 30, you know, above 32%. And I have like a 33 or a 34 that I got on accident that I never even used. And I only found out that I had it because I was going through my gems on my other character, like my original character. And it showed all red when I was scrolling through my gems, so I never paid attention to it. But when you're scrolling through your gems, it shows red for Fools because it doesn't show you the benefit of full HP. It just shows you non-full HP application. So when I was actually reading the gems recently just to see what I had, I was scrolling through and one was like Fools and it was like 34% or something. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, no way, dude. When did I get this? I was like, how is this a thing, dude? So like I threw that bad boy on with full health. My freaking damage went up like 80 AR or some shit, dude. But yeah, I was just like, I don't know when I got it, dude, because I just went through the dungeons a bunch with that character and messed around, you know. But yeah, I don't have any recollection of getting that gem. But I think back then when I got it, I probably had no idea what I had. You know what I mean? Like the game could have set gold in my hands back then, and I would have no clue, like what that even meant. You know what I mean? Did I ever split for, hang on. Okay, I did. I always wonder why they chose to put like different health on the shadows. Like I always just thought that was interesting. Like just to decide like, okay, let's give them 3 different health amounts just because, you know what I mean? Like, I don't see what the justification there was. It's fine, but I just think it's weird, like, that random ass, you know, thought. Oops. Give it more health. I guess, yeah, I guess that's a possibility. Let's go, Nikki. Oh, this is PS Now streaming run. I've got a 7-day trial. We got to do it, you know. Got a 7-day trial. We're testing out the streaming service, see how it is. Yeah, the biggest problem is input delay, which is definitely noticeable. It's not bad though, but it's definitely noticeable. Like my reflex has got to be like more on point than usual. I don't think I can hit him again. I'm pretty sure if I hit him again, like, we're gonna have problems. His damage is so freaking high, dude. I'm not used to it. I'm used to, like, being able to hit him, like, a billion times because it moves like a sliver. You know? Like, little tiny... Ba-doop, ba-doop, ba-doop. Oh, easy killer. Frick dick. He's walking pretty fast right now. He's on the aggression right there. I was like struggling to sprint away from the dude. Come on, don't de-aggro, you potato. I hate that. So broken. Once in a while, his AI bugs out and he legit just de-aggros and like walks across the arena backwards. And then he's not close to the other one and your whole strat's all borked, you know? Man, I'm gonna get impatient in a minute here and start beating the shit out of the shadow. Get over here, dude. Damn it, get over here, you potato. Nope. Nice quote. Yeah, man, he's being a freaking potato. How's the run's going? All right. We had a run that would have been done, but I goofed it up on the way to Reborn, so. I had a little bit of delay, like a little lag when I was coming around the corner for the rifle guy, and he just shot me in the face. I didn't know the rifle even came up. The rifle went from like being down to the side. Yeah, it's a leveled run. But yeah, the rifle went from being down at his side to like aiming at my face in like one frame, and I was like, oh. And then he just shot me in the head. Like I was staring at the rifle dude, like eyeballs to eyeballs, dude, and he fucking shot me in the face. But yeah, like the way I do that noodle setup is you have to have them close to each other. So that way you can aggro the fire breath and strafe a noodle at the same time. And if they both noodle, you can just strafe both noodles at the same directional. But the problem is when the one guy de-aggros and then backs off, the other fireball dude, or the fire katana guy, strafes around. If you get noodles from both directions, you just get dicked. I did have one sprint that was really cool where they crisscrossed while I was sprinting. That was really cool, but I can't replicate that intentionally. But yeah, like they made like an X pattern with their noodles, and I sprinted through the other side of the X. I thought that was pretty sweet looking. I was really surprised that you could summon the Crazed Hunter for Wonderborn. How come? That guy right there is being sketchy. He was being sketchy. Twitchy little shit. I gotta say, this service is fucking impressive, dude. So I'm not even pro like streaming services. I think download options are better. And this does have a download option, but we were testing specifically the streaming service. But, like, I was never pro the whole video game streaming concept. Like, that just wasn't my thing, you know? But I'm thoroughly impressed with this this service working like this. Like, what you guys are seeing right now, it looks damn near like just the same, right? Like, can you even tell much of a difference compared to me just playing it on the PS4, like, normally? That's true, yeah, hook it up to your phone. Oh, I plan on one cycle on ROM. We did last run, too. Unless I mess it up. Oh, he decurbed. That's not cool. That was a good, like, he hit like a 90-degree angle off that secondary hop. That was kind of weird. They usually can't adjust that far. See, like, he's usually stuck, like, right there. Uh-oh. I don't want to get any closer because these are all the memers over here. Damn it, Rom. Being a scrub. Stop it. You son of a bitch. That was a hard hook, by the way, because she pushed me back out of the loop. So, like, even though that looked like good RNG, it really wasn't good RNG. That, like, the fact that she hopped back and I had to move in, then I had to hook back. Like, did you see that unlock R2 rotation over the head, up and over the head, mid rotation to catch like just inside the neck? Oh, that wasn't accurate. That worked. I made it work, but that's not how it should look. That was all fucked up. What's going on, Lord? How you doing, bud? Yeah, that was like all kinds of messed up, dude. That's not at all how that should go down. Like, that was just goofy looking. But one cycle's damage dependent. So, I mean, if you goof up the damage and stuff, then it's not going to work. You got to have the right damage and the right aggro and all that shit. But, like, you can BL4 one cycle, but it's not consistent, you know? It's RNG dependent at that point. We'll split in a bit here. See if we can get past Wonderborn. Headstrop, migraine. That sucks, dude. It's already here, man. Pop in. Say hello. We're gonna try. Yeah, dude. Hopefully you feel better, man. Oh, you bastard! You did it! Oh shit, I fucked up. I always look up there for that to make sure it doesn't happen, but like it's still really rare. So I'm glad that I always look up there to make sure. But I've watched people lose runs to that. Have fun. Yeah, take it easy, man. Hope you feel better, buddy. You know. But yeah, I've lost runs there, or not me, but I've watched people lose runs there by running into that guy. So basically, they grab the bolt and then start moving. And what happens is oh fuck. What happens is they actually end up running underneath him as he falls, and he boops him on the head. Get out of here, lady. No. Get out of here, lady. No, no, no. Oh, you bitch. Go away, you scrub. No, get the fuck out of here, dude. Get out of here. I'm gonna kick the shit out of you. Leave me alone, dude. The guy messed up my shit. My elixir ran out too soon. My damn little bug went away. You're all a bunch of pricks. You know that? Now I gotta freaking poof and go back. Granny wants some action, yeah. Now I gotta go back and forth to get my damn bug. I don't need it for Wonderborn, but I need it in general. I gotta replace my mollies now. Ugh, God. Life is hard sometimes, guys. Jesus. Jesus. What the hell? No. I don't even have any mollies to replace my mollies. Everything is busted around here, dude. What the hell, dude? First world problems. I know, right? What the hell, man? This shit, dude. It's absolutely freaking ridiculous, man. Not the 30-minute loading screen. Son of a bitch! Okay, so I'm gonna kill that goober with no mollies, and now I just need the mollies for Miko, and that's it, right? I don't need anything else along the way. Calculating. Okay. Now I should be able to level up here. Oh, that should allow me to kill the Bell Ladies in like two R1s, alright? What am I gaining for damage? Yeah, I would think so. Calculating. I wonder if this is gonna mess up the Wonderborn strat. It doesn't matter if the strat goes to hell. It's like it doesn't matter. Like, you just keep hitting him. Hello, doctor. Hello, master. Some caffeinated medicine. All right. Are we all set now? Is everything all like fixed? Are we still all jacked up, dude? I don't even know what's going on anymore. Freaking lady just like messed up my whole game plan, dude. She's ruining everything, dude. Freaking give me some freaking ammo. I want some ammo, dude. I don't need it, but I want it. Not going on, master. You guys both are in a standoff. There will be no ravens here. A doctor. Yeah, you're not even a bird, bro. You're a freaking doctor, scrub. Learn to fly, doctor. Freaking scrub. A little happy hammer. Delayed shot. Oh, God. That was a really delayed shot. I don't know if I've ever seen it delay that much. I was, like, gone already by the time that dude pulled the trigger. Like, I was just flying through there, man. Like, usually delayed shot's bad because he can catch you when you make the corner, so you gotta, like, extend the sprint until he shoots. But he didn't even pull the rifle up in time. Like, I was like, whatever. I was like, I just should keep going, I guess, dude. Do you want to bop? Oh, Jesus. Don't read chat when you're sprinting around the box trolls, guys. It doesn't, it's not beneficial for, like, what's happening on the game. There's no mod abuse? Yeah, okay. We're gonna have to have a... With you as mod, we're gonna have to have an intervention over here. You know? Tell you, these are people with lives and families and emotions, man. You can't just bop them all the time, dude. What are you doing, man? No, they aren't. No, Lethal. We all know that you. I can't speak. My throat's too dry. I don't have any water. Ah. But they're like we all know you're using a ViewBot. It's AI. That's all it's doing the talking, man. Alright, we'll do this the chill way this time because it like borked out last time. The rifle guy in this building is what like borked me last time. Usually, you know, I run past his rifle shot, and if he doesn't shoot, I just beat the shit out of him. Well, he did the not shoot, so I was gonna beat the shit out of him, and I ran around the corner, and I was like, as soon as I got up to him, it showed him have no rifle up, and there was like a little bit of lag, and then the rifle was aimed at my face, and then he pulled the trigger. So like it must have like lagged a little bit in his animation to pull up the rifle, and I didn't see it, like, obviously. So yeah, it didn't work out. So I'll just do that this time to be on the safe side. What the fuck, dude? He didn't. Oh, get the fuck! He didn't even respond to the punchy, dude. Get the fuck out of here. We gotta go, dude. How did I strafe that, dude? Did you see that shit? What the hell? He was like, "Fuck that punchy. I'm gonna bite your leg off, bitch." Oh my god, dude. I had to do like a minor adjustment on the fly. I didn't know what to do. I was like, we're just gonna go around it. Like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do, man. Holy shit, dude. Top notch. Yeah, exactly, dude. Top notch programming. I understand I threw it like a little bit in the doorway, but he still should have aggroed. I've seen people chuck it like way down that doorway, and it's usually fine. Like, so I disagree with that shit like entirely, dude. That was potato as hell, man. That was fucking scary, dude. Oh, the wagon I just jumped on? Nice. Dude, some people get a +8 for this fight, like even leveled, and I'm like, damn, bro, that's like beastly. Like, that's damage. If you're getting a +8 for this fight, you know what I mean? Really? I needed one more level. Gotta reset, guys. No, I'm just kidding. We needed one more level, man. Gotta go abuse him for you? Alright. Dude, that scared the hell out of me with that Punji. Like, I went to run around him, and I thought he was doing the... You know the slow response he does, Distraction Man? You have, like, the fast Punji response and the slow. I thought he was just doing the slow Punji response. I didn't think he was trying to eat my leg. You know, like, you know what I mean? I didn't think he was just going to try to freaking bite my kneecap off. I almost went for a secondary Punji throw because I thought he was doing the slow response, so I always do a second one to back up because he doesn't get far enough away. But I'm glad I didn't, because then I would have been stuck there in the Punji animation and he would just shoot at my face. So, okay, what's going on, man? Thank you for the good luck, bud. Appreciate it. Dude, you're doing pretty good, man. Thanks for asking. But yeah, like +8 and that gem, like the damage on Reborn is just broken as hell. Do I have to sell anything? I think. Oh, I guess I can sell that. I still can't one-shot the dial, damn it. Get out of here, dude. Alright, I think that's good. Let's go. Oh, let's get this. Restock them 1 Molotov. We gotta do that. Oh, I gotta buy one. I don't have any in storage, do I? I'm getting tired though, man. Holy hell, we gotta get this run over with. Worn out, dude. Freaking worn out, man. Can I do a YOLO no damage run, maybe? Let's see. Nope, took a little bit of damage. I tried. The no damage one's a little adjusted from that, but sometimes you can YOLO it. But that's something I gotta practice whenever we do no damage runs. Like I gotta like de-rust on the no damage routing for this area for a couple hours, and then I can just knock them out like randomly. Like all the runs we did for a while after we got the no damage were just randomly like YOLO'd no damage through there, just because, which is kind of funny. Well, that was a close. You see the broken piece of rock land behind me there? That actually almost pinged me, dude. That was a good throw on his part, man. He was freaking going for the bullseye, dude. Ree! Ooh, he went for the rose. Did you hear that weird whooshy noise? Little bastard. The rose is irritating because if you don't get a good space, like he'll spin around fast into roads and it'll cook your ass. Like as you're trying to get away, it'll just touch your butt. Yeah, I lost a run that one time. I dodge rolled after he went by me like I did there. And he did like a roll back towards me into a rose, and it legit like just pinged me in the ass. One speck of ping. I lost like not like 15 HP. I was so pissed. Oh! You bitch! Fuck you, dickhead. Get out of the way. No, get out of the way, you fuckers. Holy hell, dude. Out of all the attacks, both runs in a row now, he's been trying to do that damn attack out of everything he could do off the bat. Freaking dickhead. Dupree with the raid. Thank you for the raid, buddy. I appreciate it. How's it going, man? What are you up to, bud? Miko. Miko. Hello? What are you doing, dude? You were just coming on. Get over here, you bastard. How's it going? It's going pretty good, dude. How you doing, man? I appreciate you tuning in that, Chan. Sorry it's a bad time. Hopefully everything's alright. I appreciate you tuning in. Good to see you. That was a delayed shot on her part. I don't know if it lagged a little bit, but that was weird. I was a little scared there. Can I get a good RNG on this? We haven't had good RNG on this all day. Nope, of course not. Of course you can't have good RNG, buddy. Oh, then you give me the worst RNG afterward, too. Dick game. Come here. Nope. Oh! Freaking skeletons are so sketchy, dude. I'm worried about, like, any lag with it. See, right there, it didn't stagger. What? Okay, what's happening? Oh, he's not dead! Are you finally done? Are you good, skeleton? Holy hell, dude. What the? Okay, that was goofy. That was a lag or something. He disappeared. He didn't even go through the mirror. Did you see that? He was just instantly gone. Legit instantaneously disappeared, dude. Out of view. That's where I was sketching out the skeleton. I could tell something didn't feel right, man. I'm like, I don't know, dude. Something seems off, man. I'm not doing the plunge after that weird bork we just had. With him just not even going through the mirror and just disappearing. We're just going to ping him to death. That's fine with me. I'm not even going to. Hell nah, dude. What were you streaming, bud? Oh, Final Fantasy VII? Nice, dude. Oh, the original. No, I don't know too much about it, but I'm not inclined at all. I'm a potato. It's not gonna be enough, man. What am I gonna do? Oh, no. Yo, so far I recommend the shit out of this streaming service, dude. All the stuff I've heard was nonsense. This is like crazy. Oh, damn it, game. I don't know if I can recommend the game, but I recommend the streaming service. I'm playing on my PS4, but via streaming. So I'm streaming this from their cloud server to my PS4. And I'm streaming it to you at the same time. So, like, I'm crushing the bandwidth, dude, and it's still running like this. Like, my internet is just getting launched on, and it's still, you know what I mean? That one freaking oil urn that I wasted, it was actually, like, mattered. Like, it actually did make a difference, and I freaking memed it. Oh, well. I used them all, right? Yeah. Is this going to be the exact amount without the oil urn, though? Is that just how perfect we are around here? Is that how calculated the world is? The calculated error? Look at that shit, dude. Look at that. Look at that perfection, dude. I would have plunged, but that freaking glitch scared the shit. I don't know, man. Once I see a bug like that, because in the past I used to go like I used to ignore that shit. When I see a little bug, I'm like, oh, it's fine. We'll just keep. And then something happens, man. Something always happens. And I learned from experience. If the game is buggy in that area, you don't fuck with it. You just move on to the next area, and then you can play normal again in the next area. You don't fuck with this area. It's no good. You don't do it, man. I remember one time I died here because the Punji went through the wall. That was great. So now I always watch it to make sure it actually breaks on the wall and it doesn't just go flying. This is through PS Now streaming service. So basically there's like some delay that we got to deal with. We got to have reflexes on point, but it's just designed to test the streaming service and show like what you can do with it, you know? But yeah, as far as character and leveling, it's normal, yeah. Just a normal. Just a normal run. What's going on, Rainy? How you doing? But yeah, it was weird at first. Like, it took me a couple runs to get used to it. This is like a third run, I think. We had the first run was 2 hits. We went to the end. Second run went to Wonder Boar, no hit, and I got memed on. So then we did a third run. You know what's goofy? I was randomly leveling the skill, like, to the stats that I used, like the 2540. And that ended up being exactly what we needed for Miko between knives and mollies to kill him, like the exact amount, which is kind of goofy, right? To think about. So if I had done something slightly different, then like I would have had like a sliver. I could have shot him to death. I'm just saying it was odd that a random like non-specific leveling resulted in like that. Really? She starts glitched? What kind of potato shit is that, dude? Okay. Still? That sucks. Come on, stop glitching. Okay. I'm trying to AI loop her as much as I can here, but it's not easy to get a perfect AI loop. I've never got a full finish on her with perfect AI loop. Oh, see that shows that the servers are working good right there. The fact that you can get that nightmare dodge on a network like that, man, that's crazy. You know what I mean? PS Now, it's pretty solid, dude. I'm impressed. Super impressed, actually. No, I'm not taking it. I'm not gonna risk it at the end here. I'm just gonna be chill about it. Come on, stop bugging out, Nurse. You freaking scrub. Damn it, Nurse. I hate when she does this shit. So busted, dude. It's scary because she can do insta-llama or whatever, and it like wrecks you. Okay. There we go. Boom. And it's just like, gotcha. That sucks. GG, thank you. So there you go. There's the world's first streamed no-hit run right there, guys. I don't mean streamed to Twitch, obviously, because that's a thing. But I mean, from a streaming service. GG, thank you. What's going on, Jay? Hey, man. Thank you for GG's, guys. Let's check out our in-game time. And again, you can see that it's still in PS Now and not on my PS4 because right there. That's what happens when you hit the PlayStation button. And it says play download right there, so that means I could play the downloaded version if I want to, but obviously we're currently playing the online streamed version. So GG, thank you. Mr. Kittenzilla. I like that name, by the way. That's legit. So now if somebody asks you about the service, you know, now you know. Casually no hitting the game again. Well, you know it. You gotta no hit it sometimes, man. Took me a little bit to get used to it, but I mean, you know. Now we can't close the app like I do with the regular one because it's you know, it just goes to that weird menu. But all green. Yep. Did I do the final? Is that split right to the end? Are we good to go? Yeah. Have we done all boss port? No. I'm not as it's just not as enjoyable for me. Because you like melt them all pretty much. You just destroy them. Like I messed around with a leveled all boss and I got like a 3-hit run like my first day, all boss main game, and then even BL4. I think I have a 4. No, I think it's either 2-hit PB or 4-hit PB, and that took me like 2 days or 3 days. And like you just melt them too easily, you know. So I think any percent is really nice. That's why I usually do modified runs, like very low level or specific weapons, you know, high NG, things like that. But in this case, I wanted to demonstrate PlayStation's streaming service. And again, you know, from their app right there. And hour 26. So it was a little slow. That run was a little slow, but not bad. But yeah, we'll get that highlighted up. And as far as I know, that's the first time anybody's used a stream service to do a no-hit run. And I think that would help alleviate some of the stigma. And honestly, it alleviated some stigma for myself. Because personally, I'm not a fan of streaming services. I'm not somebody that goes out and vouches for a streaming service. I like having the physical disc. I don't even like digital. Usually what I do is I'll buy the physical version, and then I'll buy the digital when it's on sale because I'm too lazy to freaking put the disc in. But I want the disc on my shelf, right? I don't even like digital, really. And streaming is kind of taking not only physical and digital way, but going in a way where you don't own the game at all. And it's kind of weird to me, especially when it comes to like response time and skill-based gameplay. I was very worried about that kind of stuff, you know. And I thought the service was probably fine, but not for like a no-hit level. You know, I thought it was fine for casual, but now it deemed it even possible for no-hits, you know. But I've heard a lot of bad things about the service, and I was like, well, I want to see for myself. Is it people that are just giving it a bad rap because they have bad internet? Is it people giving it a bad rap because they don't like PlayStation? Is it people giving it a bad rap because they simply don't like stream options for video games and they prefer physical, so on and so forth? You know, and so it proved to do what I wanted as far as it being a fine server, but it even went above and beyond to the point where we did a no-hit run. I think even a deathless run would be testament to the service, but do a no-hit run I think is definitely demonstrating the potential. And obviously this is going to be something that they improve over time, and I've heard a lot of rumors about some investments Well, not even rumors, but they've invested a lot of money into their services for like PS5 and stuff. So it's just we haven't seen that yet, infrastructure-wise. But the rumors are there's going to be massive improvements. But as far as financially, you can see they've done a lot of investing in the past few years into this service. So there's supposed to be a lot of improvements for PS5. So we'll have to see. But if this is the worst case scenario, I mean, I'm thoroughly impressed. I don't know what you guys think. What do you guys think of the run as far as how the game looked, how the frames looked, smoothness, fluidity, graphical detail, all that stuff. I mean, I think it from an OPS standpoint, I think it looked pretty on par to if I was playing it right from the PlayStation. There's a few issues I noticed where there's some lag here or there, but I haven't played on a standard PS4. It looked normal to you, yeah. So I think that's pretty fantastic. Like on my TV, because I have a 60-inch TV, it definitely noticed a little bit where like some things weren't quite as clear. It wasn't as crisp looking, but it wasn't like massive. And I did notice some lag here or there, but again, I haven't played on a standard PS4, and I have a PS4 Pro, and I've updated to an SSD, so even a standard PS4 would feel considerably worse. You know what I mean? But it was good, Ghost. It took me a couple runs to get used to it. It was kind of weird at first. I had like adjust some of my reflexes a little bit. But even the first run was 2 hits, and mainly because I had to adjust some brightness and some sensitivity on the controller, because it doesn't take any of your settings. You know what I mean? Unless you port the folder in, which I didn't. I wanted it to be just fresh, brand new like that. So once we adjusted that, it was better. On the second run, I made it to One Reborn. There was like a little bit of a lag so I got shot by a rifleman. And it was weird. It was like, it looked like it dropped a frame or something. So I went to kill the rifleman, and his rifle was down, and then all of a sudden it was up, like aimed at my face, and he shot me in the head. So, so we just played that a little safer the next run. So on the third run, we got it without any. I don't think anything was even close to being hit on the third run. It was really smooth all the way through. So as so I'm for it, honestly. I think the service, it could be improved. Don't get me wrong. It's not perfect, but if you can do a no-hit run on the service, it's still a hell of a service. You know what I mean? That's still pretty impressive. I'm more into it than I was before. Like I didn't have